start our Week 15 line movement sojourn in Santa Clara with the Niners and the Rams. Huge matchup in the NFC West. Huge matchup for us. What's happening here, Femi, with the Rams and the Niners? Thursday Night Football in San Fran.
Yeah, we have seen line movement toward the home team. The San Francisco 49ers this morning went from 2.5 to the full key number of 3. Now, there's a couple 3 minus 105, some 3 even money, but I see multiple 3 minus 110 with this game. BetMGM has it right now 3 even money in favor of the 49ers. The total has also gone up as well, 48.5 to 49.5. Now, from an injury standpoint, just moments ago, Trent Williams, their all-world left tackle, he was ruled out for the game. Nick Bosa, their all-world pass rusher, listed as questionable, which is an upgrade from the doubtful that he was listed heading into the game against the Chicago Bears last Sunday. So Bosa, we'll see tomorrow, actives and inactives, 90 minutes before kickoff, as always. But movement coming in on San Francisco, now hitting the key number of 3.
Does that create a bet for you, Femi, in this game coming up tomorrow night?
I think if I had to bet it, I honestly think I'd just go ahead and bet the over. I don't know. There's something strange about this game to where I don't know if I want to take the +3 with the Rams. I don't want to lay 3, but the +3, it's appealing. But I don't know. It just feels like this could be a spot where the Niners maybe in 5 days win a couple of games and everybody's talking about how they might not be dead.
Yeah, I think Rams +3 would be a bet for me tomorrow night. If in like a full 3, and look, even if I have to eat or drink some juice, whatever. Sipping on that juice. Laid back.
Sipping on ramen juice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds a little weird.
It did. It did. Rams 3, likely to be a bet for me coming up tomorrow night. All right, let's move to Sunday's action, Femi. We don't know who New Orleans quarterback is going to be. We think it's extremely unlikely to be there. They're not placing him on IR. He's in concussion protocol, and there's no way he's playing. So it's either going to be Jake Haener or Spencer Rattler, who someone on the show said is better than Bo Nix. What do we have here with the Commies and the Saints on Sunday from New Orleans as Washington comes off its bye?
This morning, this was 7. It's now 7.5. Now, I think we all anticipated Derek Carr not playing. I doubt that was the news. I think this is just organic interest in the Washington Commanders coming off of the bye week. And also, by the way, Marshawn Lattimore, who they traded for at the trade deadline, which feels like 7 years ago, is set to make his debut this Sunday, practiced in full today. So look for Marshawn Lattimore to be in the secondary of the Washington Commanders. We have now reached 7.5 minus 110 pretty much across the board. I love this as a teaser leg. This is honestly one of my favorite teaser legs of the entire season. I think the Commanders go out there, they win the game. I wouldn't hate laying 7 if it got down to that, but as a teaser leg, pairing it with the likes of Dallas up to 8.5, maybe even the Seattle Seahawks up to 8.5. I think you find what you want to do from a Wong standpoint, but this is the anchor leg, Washington Commanders down to 1.5 against New Orleans.
See, I don't even think at the end, I don't think we're going to need to tease them. I like the teaser leg. I don't even think it's necessary. I'm going to like the Commanders a lot in this game. Talked about it on Monday when the point spread was 7. I like the Commanders here. I think Washington handles business against the New Orleans Saints. Great job by New Orleans winning last weekend at my Giants. Yeah. Could Oregon beat the Giants? No.
Knock it off. It cannot.
Who's the better quarterback?
Ooh, now that it's DeVito, I think it's Oregon.
It's definitely Oregon.
But Dylan Gabriel, not like he has some strong arm. He's a decent quarterback, but everyone's complaining about Oregon's tough road against maybe Ohio State or Tennessee.
Yes. The Giants would smash Oregon. It's more of a. I had to think about it for a second, but yes, that is the case. Speaking of the G-men and speaking of Tommy DeVito, Drew Lock's in a walking boot. So the Giants will once again turn 2. It's a Tommy DeVito, baby, as they host the Baltimore Ravens coming off their bye. And Baltimore's been smarting, coming off the loss a couple weeks ago to the Eagles. And this market keeps growing and growing. What do we have, Femi? Ravens at Tommy DeVito and the Giants.
Yeah, we can't escape DeVito. This guy just keeps popping up in our lives, regardless of whatever happens in an NFL season. What's happening is the betting market saying, is DeVito? Great. We want to bet against him. This was 15 this morning, now 16.5. in a number of places. 16 is still the consensus number. That's the number over at BetMGM, but I'm looking at some pretty sharp sportsbooks here in Las Vegas. 16.5 minus 110. The total has also been bet to the under 43.5, now 42.5. So Ravens and the under have been bet with Tommy DeVito in line to start again on Sunday against the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore, of course, coming off of the bye week. They're going to be healthy. Lamar Jackson says that he was just like anxious and like didn't even want the bye week one to get back out there. So the idea is that Baltimore's likely going to be pretty locked in against probably the worst team in the NFL. Thus, the biggest point spread that we've seen in the NFL.
I think I need to bet the Giants if this is what it's going to be.
I can't get
Drew
there.
Drew Lock's terrible. I don't know, man. How about this? 17? Would you take it with the Giants at home? I think I would have to.
I needed to start with the 2, honestly. I honestly, if it's DeVito at 16.5, I kind of think about laying the Ravens. I think Baltimore smashes them.
I think I need to have, you know what? I need to have a come to Jesus conversation with myself here. I don't think I can do it. I'm being serious though. Honestly, my betting advice would be if you were to bet this game, I actually think you have to wait to see if you get 17 with the Giants. As crazy as that sounds, I know it sounds crazy. Let's see how many more we can get to here. What about the Cowboys and the Panthers in Carolina? First time the Panthers have been favored in 33 games.
A little push-pull with this game. Not a whole lot from an injury standpoint. Obviously, DeMarvion Overshown, he's not going to play in the game with the 3 torn ligaments there for the Dallas Cowboys. That hurts their defense.
There's the understatement of the century. DeMarvion Overshown will not play the Sunday for the Cowboys after tearing 3 ligaments in his leg. Yes.
3 torn ligaments.
No, he won't.
I can safely report that exclusively. He's not going to play. This hit 3, but ever since it hit 3, we've now seen interest on Dallas. So this morning, 2.5 minus 110, then 3 minus 110, then Cowboys interest came in. So I think we're going to see a little bit of that push-pull that we talk about in the NFL with this game hovering around 2.5 and 3. My guess is that we settle somewhere between 2.5 minus 120, minus 125, but at 3 minus 110, genuine interest on the Cowboys.
Oh, man. Yeah. How about them Cowboys, right?
3 is a little aggressive, I feel like.
I think it's very aggressive. Anything else that you find interesting on the board right now? We'll get to awards next segment.
The Arizona money came back. This was an interesting one. It got all the way down to 4.5 early this week after opening at 6.5. Now we're back up to 6. So clearly there's respected bettors on both sides. 6.5, everybody bet that. Now people bet the laying, the 4.5, 5. Now we're all the way back up to 6. We'll see what happens the rest of the week.
That's why, listen, that's why we do quick picks. Hope maybe you got a 6.5 with New England in tow. Maybe they'll lose by 1,000.